2025 is shaping up to be one of the biggest years in cinema history. With long-awaited sequels, groundbreaking new stories, and massive cinematic universes expanding like never before, the big screen is about to explode with excitement. But out of all these blockbusters, which ones will truly take over the box office? Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Frankenstein, a bold reimagining of Mary Shelley's legendary novel, this time under the haunting vision of Guillermo del Toro. Known for his work on Pan's Labyrinth and The Shape of Water, del Toro brings his signature blend of horror and humanity to the timeless tale of a man who dares to play God. This version is rumored to star Oscar Isaac as the obsessive doctor, Victor Frankenstein, and Andrew Garfield as the emotionally complex creature he creates. Rather than a standard horror film, this adaptation is being described as a tragic exploration of loneliness, guilt, and the search for identity. Set against a backdrop of Gothic castles, shadowy laboratories, and storm-drenched nights, del Toro's Frankenstein is expected to be both a cinematic spectacle and an emotional journey. Fans of classic horror and sophisticated drama alike should have this one on their radar. At number 9, War 2 explodes onto the scene as the high-octane sequel to one of India's most thrilling action franchises. Directed by Siddharth Anand, who also helmed Pathan and the original War, this film expands India's ever-growing spy universe. Bollywood superstar Hrithik Roshan returns as the charismatic Kabir, joined by South Indian megastar Junior NTR in a mysterious, possibly antagonistic role. The film promises intense hand-to-hand combat, international locations, top-tier stunt choreography, and a plot full of double crosses and revelations. With the rising global popularity of Indian cinema and a rumored crossover with other spy films, War 2 could be a major turning point for Bollywood on the international stage. It's more than just action. It's a statement. Landing at number 8 is Wicked. For Good, the long-awaited film adaptation of the beloved Broadway musical that redefined the world of Oz. Directed by John M. Chu, known for Crazy Rich Asians and In the Heights, this cinematic version dives deep into the untold backstory of Elphaba, the so-called Wicked Witch of the West, and her unlikely friendship with Glinda the Good. The film stars Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, bringing intensity and power to one of musical theater's most iconic roles, while Ariana Grande brings charm and sparkle as Glinda, featuring sweeping set designs, magical effects, and soaring musical numbers, including the unforgettable Defying Gravity. Wicked is not just a musical. It's a political and emotional journey about identity, morality, and misunderstood heroes. For fans of fantasy, musicals, and timeless storytelling, Wicked, for Good is shaping up to be one of 2025's most magical events. Coming in at number 7 is Predator: Badlands, a gritty reinvention of the iconic Alien Hunter franchise. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the filmmaker behind 10 Cloverfield Lane, this new installment trades the jungle and the city for a brutal, desolate desert. Set in a near-future wasteland, the film follows a hardened group of survivors trying to outwit a new, more evolved predator species. This isn't your standard cat-and-mouse thriller. It's a stripped-down survival story with an atmosphere closer to Mad Max than Aliens. With updated creature design, minimal CGI, and practical effects that emphasize realism, Badlands promises both suspense and raw tension. This could be the boldest and most grounded Predator film yet. And that's saying something. Taking the 6th spot is Wake Up Dead Man, the highly anticipated third entry in Rian Johnson's modern mystery franchise. Daniel Craig reprises his role as the Southern sleuth Benoit Blanc, this time navigating a case shrouded in even deeper darkness and deception. With every Knives Out film introducing a new ensemble cast and a standalone story, this chapter is expected to delve into more psychological territory. Little is known about the plot, but early buzz points to a more personal challenge for Blanc. Coming in at number 5 is The Conjuring: Last Rites, which promises to be the darkest and most emotional chapter in the Conjuring universe to date. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga return as Ed and Lorraine Warren, the real-life paranormal investigators who have faced some of cinema's most chilling cases. This film is said to revolve around their final encounter with demonic forces, a possession case that threatens not just a family, but their own relationship and faith. Director Michael Chavez aims to bring the series back to its atmospheric roots with longer tension-building scenes, disturbing visuals, and a deeper exploration of spiritual horror. Fans can expect classic jump scares, creepy artifacts, and an emotional farewell to the Warrens' legacy. Last Rites could very well mark the end of an era and the beginning of something even more terrifying. At number 4 is Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the sequel to the surprise horror hit that brought animatronic terror from the game world to the big screen. Directed again by Emma Tammy, this second installment raises the stakes with new animatronic characters, a darker storyline, and expanded lore that dives into the origins of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Returning cast members like Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard reprise their roles, while new characters are introduced that tie into the twisted FNAF timeline. Fans can expect more elaborate traps, terrifying jump scares, and deepening psychological elements as the mystery behind the haunted animatronics unfolds. With its loyal fan base and viral potential, FNAF 2 is poised to dominate Halloween 2025. Taking the third spot is Tron: Ares, the long-awaited continuation of Disney's cult cyber franchise. Directed by Joachim Renning, known for Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales, this new chapter introduces Jared Leto as Ares, a powerful sentient program who enters the human world. Unlike previous Tron films set almost entirely in the grid, Ares flips the formula, bringing the digital into reality and exploring themes of AI identity and digital consciousness. Expect dazzling neon visuals, new light cycle designs, and a retro-futuristic soundtrack by Daft Punk's successors. Tron: Ares promises to blend philosophical sci-fi with pulse-pounding action, a true evolution of the franchise. At number 2 is Mortal Kombat 2, the sequel to 2021's martial arts bloodbath that brought the legendary video game to modern audiences. Returning director Simon McQuoid promises more brutal fight choreography, deeper lore from the Outworld, and the long-awaited introduction of iconic characters like Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban. Following the events of the first film, Earthrealm's warriors must face new threats in a deadly tournament that will determine the fate of multiple realms. The film blends practical stunt work, CGI fatalities, and a darker tone that reflects the brutality of the original games. For fans of action, martial arts, and nostalgia, Mortal Kombat 2 will likely be the ultimate test of power in 2025. And finally, claiming the number 1 spot is Avatar 3, James Cameron's next ambitious step into the world of Pandora. Following the enormous success of The Way of Water, this installment explores new regions of Pandora, particularly the Ash People, a fire-based Na'vi clan said to be more aggressive and warlike. Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, and Sigourney Weaver return, while Una Chaplin joins the cast as a fierce tribal leader. As always, Cameron is pushing the limits of cinematic technology with high frame rate 3D, underwater motion capture, and groundbreaking VFX. Avatar 3 is expected to deepen the environmental themes while delivering epic conflict on land, sea, and now fire. It's not just a movie, it's a world-building event unlike any other.